David lived in a small, cozy house with a big garden, where every morning felt like a new beginning. The house was filled with laughter, warmth, and the gentle hum of daily life. He loved the sunlit patterns on his bedroom floor, watching them dance and shift as the day went on, making his room feel magical and alive. The safety of his home wrapped around him like a soft blanket, making him feel protected and cherished every single day. The garden was his kingdom. He knew every patch, every secret corner, and every hidden path where he could let his imagination run wild. Afternoons were spent under the old oak tree, inventing grand adventures with his loyal dog, Buster, who was always by his side. David didn't have many friends, but he was content with Buster, whose wagging tail and gentle eyes made every day brighter. He also had his treasured books about brave knights and far-off lands, stories that filled his mind with dreams and possibilities. Life was simple: school, home, garden, dinner and bed. Each day followed a gentle rhythm, and David found comfort in the familiar routine. But one day, everything changed. His parents announced they were moving to a distant city for work, a place far away from everything he knew and loved. The new place had no garden, just tall buildings, endless rows of windows, and busy streets filled with noise and strangers. David felt a cold stone in his stomach, a heavy weight of worry and sadness he couldn't shake off. Leaving meant saying goodbye to his home, his tree, and his peaceful world. The thought was overwhelming, and tears stung his eyes as he hugged his favorite tree one last time. He didn't want a new home, not when it meant leaving behind everything that made him feel safe and happy. All David wanted was to stay in the place he loved, surrounded by the memories and magic of his childhood. The new house was high up in a city building, far above the busy streets below. From his window, David saw only concrete and glass stretching in every direction. There was no garden, just a small, empty balcony with a cold metal railing. Buster paced restlessly, missing the old yard where he used to run and play. The city was loud, but their apartment felt silent and lonely, echoing with memories. David missed the grass, the birds, and the smell of rain-soaked earth after a storm. He tried to play and read, but nothing felt right or familiar anymore. He kept his sadness to himself, not wanting to worry his parents with his feelings. One afternoon, sitting on the cold balcony, he remembered his mother's flowers and the old garden's scent. A tear rolled down his cheek for his lost kingdom, the place he loved most. But then, a small idea took root in his mind, gentle but persistent. What if he couldn't go back to his garden no matter how much he wished? Maybe he could bring a piece of it here and make something new grow. The idea grew quietly, almost unnoticed at first, like a seed pushing through the dark soil. It started as a simple thought, a whisper of possibility in David's mind. Maybe the balcony could become a garden. Maybe this empty space could be transformed into something alive, something beautiful. David nervously shared his plan with his parents, unsure if they would understand or dismiss it as just another passing fancy. To his surprise, they loved it. Their faces lit up, and suddenly, the idea felt real. His father offered to build shelves, his mother promised a trip to the garden store. The whole family was ready to help bring his vision to life. That weekend, surrounded by plants and soil, David felt hope blooming inside him. He chose bright geraniums, cheerful marigolds, and fragrant herbs, imagining how they'd look on the balcony. Back home, he and his father built sturdy shelves and filled pots with rich, dark soil, their hands working side by side. David planted seeds, his hands dirty and his heart lighter. Each seed felt like a small act of hope. He watered them gently, remembering his old garden back home and the comfort it once brought him. As he worked, his sadness faded, replaced by a quiet sense of purpose and belonging. He was no longer just a boy in a strange city, lost among unfamiliar streets and tall buildings. He was a gardener, building something new with his own hands, shaping his own little world. Each pot was a promise, a tiny future waiting to unfold. He was creating his own kingdom, one seed at a time, and with every new sprout, his confidence grew. And for the first time since moving, he felt excited about tomorrow, eager to see what would grow next. Days passed, each one marked by the gentle rhythm of sunrise and sunset, the world outside shifting as time moved forward. Every morning, David checked his balcony garden, stepping outside with hope and curiosity, eager to see what had changed overnight. At first, there was only soil, dark, quiet, and still, but soon, tiny green shoots appeared, pushing bravely through the earth, promising new beginnings. Soon, flowers bloomed, red, yellow, and green filled the balcony, transforming the once bare space into a living tapestry of color. The air smelled sweet, and bees and butterflies visited, drawn by the blossoms. Their gentle buzzing and fluttering brought music to the mornings. The balcony was alive, a garden that sang with color and life, each plant and visitor adding to the joyful chorus of nature. David sat with Buster among the flowers, reading and dreaming, letting the gentle breeze and the scent of blossoms fill his thoughts with peace. He learned patience, care, and pride in his work, discovering that tending a garden was as much about nurturing himself as the plants. The city no longer seemed so scary or overwhelming. The garden became his refuge, a place where he felt safe and at home. Surrounded by his garden, the view from his balcony felt like his own world, a small paradise above the busy streets below. David had lost his old home, but he built a new one, planting roots in a place that was once unfamiliar. He learned that home isn't just a place, it's something you create with care, love, and a little bit of hope. With a few seeds, he grew not just a garden, but hope itself, watching it blossom day by day. He was stronger and happier than before, his heart lighter with every new leaf and flower. And his new kingdom was blooming, a testament to resilience, growth, and the beauty of starting over.